right, so it's been a bit since I did a video. I think the last time I did it, I showed that I was going to the gym and I was working on my nutrition and also talking about where I was as far as like my weight and measurements and all that kind of stuff. So I did want to update you guys. I was using MyFitnessPal. I was going to the gym. I felt like I was very on top of it. And then, one, my car broke down. It needs like a whole new computer unit, which is like, I saw online I could get it used for like cheap, but then I also saw brand new. It was like a $2,000 part. So we're a pin in that one. So I've had to do more workouts at home, but to be honest, I had all this intention of doing the workout from home that I found a good one online. I did it a couple of times and I've really just fallen off the wagon with it, where now I've just been doing more stuff around the house, cleaning, decluttering, that kind of stuff, and counting that as my workout and not actually doing the weight training workout. So that's where that is right now. Like I maybe have done like 2 or 3 of those workouts in the past month. So definitely fallen off of that. And then I was previously using MyFitnessPal for tracking my calories and everything, but I felt like I wasn't doing as good because I wanted to do something that was focused on the macros more to make sure I was getting enough protein in. Well, then another YouTube channel I was watching has, they have a diet app and a workout app. I was going to do the workout app, but for the year it's like $400, so forget that. But the diet app was only $100 for the year, which I thought was pretty good and comparable to MyFitnessPal, where theirs is $80 for the year. And this one is going to focus more on performance, more on macros. But I'll tell you, I'm really curious if there is an ordinary person out there who's used this RP Diet app, because I found it to be so confusing. So first of all, it is not it's not like MyFitnessPal where it's like a tracker per se, where you're putting everything you eat in for the day. More of what you're doing is putting in this idealized way that you're going to eat, like what you plan on eating. And then there's this little thing you tap on where you can say you were at your macros, you were under them, or you were above them. And then at the end of the week, it'll tell you how many percentages that you were like right where you need to be or above or under them. And then that's how it gauges your macros it gives you for the next week. Which honestly, I don't know why it's $100 to do that, because I feel like you could already just go to like the TDEE calculator and it'll tell you like macros, calorie range, whatever. And then like you just know those are what your numbers are. And you could still put everything to MyFitnessPal and see, but you could actually adjust it. Like you could actually live your life and just like log your food and know those are your numbers you want to hit. When I did the RP Diet app, I thought it was going to be different. I thought you could put in that it was kind of like a tracker. Like you could put in what you're actually eating, and then like your macros would deduct from that. And like as you go through the day, it would tell you like how much you have left over. Thought it might work something like that, which made more sense to me than like basically scheduling your whole week. Because with my lifestyle, things can change from day to day. Like the time I wake up can change, the time I have my meals, if I'm out and about or home, there's all these variables to what food I'd have access to or what workout I do or whatever, that I would need an app that can be flexible with that. And I think that's where MyFitnessPal is better. But it was so weird to me. It's just a pre-planner for your whole week. And then it tells you if you did good or not. And then most likely just adjust your macros to go down and calories go down for the next week. But you also can't see your calories. I'm going to put in like a screenshot of what I'm talking about so you guys can see. But it's like, it's basically you just planning your meals for the whole week, saying if you did good or not, above or under, and then you don't know what your calories are. And then it'll give you a little bit more carbs in your macros for working out, but that's it. And one of the selling things for me on it was like that it will adjust as you go by week. But the adjustment it made was it just reduced macros down to where it felt so restricting to me. Like, for example, like 5 grams of fat in a meal. Like, it's like the minutia of it, and the carbs get so small that you start to feel like super restricted. And someone like me who's like really overweight, trying to get down to go from like my maintenance to something really, really low like that just felt like so much of a struggle that literally after doing it for a month, I did 2 weeks of just eating whatever I wanted. And it was great. I had ice cream, I had pizza, I had all the things I missed having. I had nachos. I bought good ice cream. I bought like the Tillamook ice cream. I think I went out to McDonald's. Where'd we get food from? I think we had wings. Oh my gosh. All the things I haven't had in a very long time, I just had in like 2 weeks. Not just talking like this month, but I'm talking like the last year and a half of like trying to be really, really good and lose weight. So far I've lost, if I count like the 2 years of like what I've been putting in, I started at, actually, I don't want to say the numbers. I'm still self-conscious about that. But I've lost about 60 pounds in 2 years, which is good, but I want to lose the weight faster. But to like use this app for a month and it be so restrictive that you crash so hard. And I gained like, I think I went up like 6 pounds from just eating anything and everything I wanted in sight, which made me feel depressed. It made me feel out of control. So now this week, I'm back using my FitnessPal. I'm using the online calculator for my macros and my calories. And I've been busy decluttering and stuff, but I want to get back onto doing the workout. As soon as I get my car fixed, I'm going to go back to the gym and do weight training and swimming. But that is all on hold because of my car situation right now. But yeah, it just sucks when you have such this high expectation of something that you want to help you. And not to mention I spent $100 on it. Like, I'm out $100. It didn't help me at all. It just kind of set me up to fail. And I went on YouTube to see if there was other reviews of it, like if there's something I'm missing or not doing right. And the other 2 reviews I found both basically said the same thing, that it's complicated and it's also an app built for performance, which I could totally see that because your carbs go up for a workout. One of the ladies talked about how she didn't think it was one that was like for the everyday person. And it's not a logger, so it doesn't help you in that way. I tried to find if there's any positive ones or like one from someone in bodybuilding, like in where they're using it for performance. I couldn't really find that. So I don't know if people just haven't posted a lot or if I just didn't find it. But if you've used the RP Diet app and you like it, can you comment below like why you liked it, how it helped you? Because like I said, I spent $100 on it for the year. So if it can still be helpful and useful, I would like to use it. Because right now I'm just on my FitnessPal and I'm not paying the $80 for the premium because I'm already out $100. So I'm just using the basic one and just keeping an eye on where my macros come and, you know, putting in more effort that way to make sure that I'm staying where I need to stay. But a little frustrated because I spent the money for it. And I really hate that when something doesn't work out. But yeah, so I guess that's the biggest update. I still need to do my measurements. I haven't done them yet. Yeah, well, with the fall coming around, it's like, this is the time of the year where I love to cook more. So I love to bake. I love to cook. So I made a really good, it's like a Moroccan chickpea soup. So good. I ate that yesterday. I'm eating that today. I'm learning that with me, I need to bulk up my foods with stuff that's like really low calorie. So basically whatever vegetable I can add in, or if I can make a soup and add liquid to it, like whatever I can do to bulk it up more so it feels like more food, that's what I need to do. Yeah, so it's kind of the thing I'm working on and just trying to not regain the weight. Watching a lot of content online about what people do that's successful and then trying to put it into practice. So I feel like overall, if I look at myself, who I was 2 years ago to today, I eat a lot healthier. And I'm way more mindful of like what I'm eating. Even if I go out to eat or whatever, I'm just way more mindful because for like I would say almost this whole time, this 2 years, even still, I don't weigh every single thing because I feel like I've weighed certain foods a lot. I just know by looking at them. But I still weigh my food a lot. I have a way better appreciation for food that's better for you. Also knowing like the calories in food, it's been a learning experience. When I first started, I was so shocked at beef, how many calories are in beef. I would think I would know that, but it was still so shocking to me So, I definitely eat a lot more chicken now, I eat fish. Sometimes we buy a big pork loin from Costco and cut that down. So I've had pork roast and pork chops and things like that, and more vegetables and things that are good for you. So I definitely eat a lot different than I did before. I'm putting more good food in my body than I have before. But you guys see from my last video, I did a little short video when I went to McDonald's and got this like crazy hamburger chicken patty Big Mac. That was during my 2 weeks collapse of eating whatever the heck I wanted. But I really don't eat like that all the time. And so my goal is to, stay within my calories and get more of this weight off. I still have a ways to go on what I need to lose. And it's frustrating me that I'm basically at like 30 pounds a year. But just to give a little context for my situation is I have PCOS, is polycystic ovarian syndrome. I'm also type 2 diabetic, and these two conditions have similar side effects. So you'll have insulin resistance, you have depression as a side effect. There are a lot of similar things in it. It's very hard to get the weight off. So another thing I'm working on is trying to keep my sugars in line so that it can be easier to lose the weight. So right now I take metformin, I am on insulin, and then I also take Ozempic, which kind of a twofer for me because it's a diabetic medication, but then I also need to lose weight. So I'm on that right now. I'm not seeing I wish I was seeing wild weight loss like I see other people get, where it's like instantly 40, 60 pounds down. It's still slow for me. Like I said, I've lost 60 pounds in 2 years, losing 30 pounds a year. So I have this expectation to lose more weight, but it's just not happening, even being on the medication. So if any of you guys are type 2 on Ozempic, are losing a good amount of weight, if you could just comment down below and let me know, hey, what are you doing? What did you find was the struggle? Like, what did you find you had to change and then you were losing weight quicker? Or is it just a thing that when you're diabetic, the weight's just slow regardless of the medication you're on? Mostly for me, what I see is the Ozempic helps get my sugar in a normal range more than I'm seeing it help with the weight loss. Now, it could be that I need to go up, but I refuse because I'm at 0.5 milligram right now. I went to 1 milligram before, and talk about nonstop, like vomiting, diarrhea, just a bad way of living life. I cannot do that. But then when I came back down to the 0.5 milligram, then those symptoms went away. Life felt much more doable. And so I'm much happier here. So I know that I can't go up in the prescription, but just curious if anybody else has had the same issue and how you were able to overcome it, because it is so frustrating. I feel like everything I see online is, if you're a big overweight person, that the weight should just come off. Like, you just drop your calories and the weight comes off. And I'm here to tell you, I really wish that's how it was, that you could just drop your calories and the weight would come off. Believe me, I am so incredibly frustrated by it. I can't even convey. I just can't. So, but I am open to any suggestions anybody has, as long as they're reasonable and you're nice. Please don't be mean. I'm trying my best, and I'm just reaching out for help at this point because I don't really know what else to do. But I'd love to hear any of you who are successful in doing it, what you had to do, especially if you're type 2 diabetic. What did you change? What did you do to actually have it work in the weight loss arena? So being type 2 is so frustrating. Like, if you have a doctor and they tell you're borderline or whatever, like your sugars are a little elevated, do whatever you have to do to get them back down so that you never get your body in this state. That's my PSA to everybody. It's really, I just don't be diabetic. It just complicates things more and more. You're healing slower. The depression, all this stuff it just makes everything so much worse. Last week I had a really, really bad episode of depression, which I suffer from PTSD. So I do have issues with like clinical depression and severe anxiety. And last week was like so bad. Like I'm telling you, I didn't make food for myself at all. I barely took care of myself. I did not leave my apartment for a whole week. Like I was in a really bad shape, which I've been in before in longer amounts of time. But thank God for my mental health medications. It brings me back to sanity. It makes life more doable for me. And I'm so incredibly grateful for it. But I'll tell you, with like the combinations of like the mental health stuff, being diabetic, and like trying to get health back into your life, trying to get everything on track, I have the help of medications, and I have the help of choosing good food, and I have the help of like being on a good workout routine. So I just need to hone those things in. I know that for sure. But it's just been really frustrating, especially when the depression is bad, even on medication, where I just can't leave the house, or there's just stuff I can't do. I don't even know how to describe it. And depression isn't just like a sadness. It's just like a blah, nothing matters. And it's not because it's happy or sad or anything. It's just nothing matters. It's the weirdest state to be in. And it really affects my life in a big way. So I feel like there's all these things I'm trying to overcome and make my life better. But while I'm doing that, I just constantly hit these like brick walls of struggle. And sometimes I just don't want the struggle anymore. And other times I do want it, because I feel like the struggle is proof of change, right? You're doing something uncomfortable. You're trying to make your life better. And, I think the thing I want to add to this video that kind of spurred all this on for me is I knew I was overweight for a long time. Knew I wasn't the healthiest. But I actually saw a family member that I don't really talk to. I don't know them well, but I do see their stuff on Facebook. And they're ill. They're not well. They're probably about 10 years older than me and in a really bad place. And I just saw that and I just thought, I don't want to be in that same place. I don't want to be looking at my life as like, I don't have much time left to live. I want to be healthier. I want to have a long life with my husband. I want to be healthier, feel like I can do more, that I have more stamina, more endurance, more like that I can just do physical stuff and I don't have to think about how I feel. So I can go, if we're going to go for a hike or whatever, I can just be up and go do those things. Not that I'm really a hiking person, but every now and then I am. But I do like to set like goals of like physical strength and kind of push those things so that I can get stronger. That's one thing that started it. The other thing I think that happened even before I saw all of that online was in my daily life, I just wasn't strong enough. Like my back would hurt more often. I'd like re-injure my shoulder a lot. And so I just went to the gym and I started working out. I found just like a basic workout plan and started doing that with like compound exercises because I just needed my shoulders, I needed my back, I needed my legs to be stronger because I'm bigger. And I got a membership at Planet Fitness and I went there and I just started hitting the weights and would get stronger. And then I felt like things in my daily life were easier. I feel like my shoulders are a lot stronger. My back's a lot stronger. And kind of that feeling of strengthening your body got me addicted to the gym and wanting to keep going. And the gym is probably the most easiest positive thing that's happened out of all of this for me, where it's addicting to go back and you set these goals and you try and achieve them and you try and see how strong you can get. Has been really joyful. What was I going to say? Meaningful? Eventful? Excuse me. I don't know what I meant to say there, but I really liked it. I'm a person that thrives with goals. So if I can meet a goal, I feel like I've done a really good job. So that kind of drives me. Even when I've had this thing where I can't go because of the gym, I still want to keep going. Like my car is an issue. I should have been doing workouts from home. That's on me. I just flat out gave up on working out. But truly getting to the gym is because of my car. If my car was working, I would be there. I find it so much easier. Like if I'm going to put my shoes on and get dressed in my workout outfit, to me, it's like, why am I going to do that if I'm not going to go work out? So once I have my shoes, workout clothes on, I'm out the door, I'm working out. It's so much harder to do it at home. Like, I don't have to do like get the right shoes on, all the stuff to do the workout at home. So then I'm not as motivated to do it at home. And I'll just kind of be like, maybe I'll do an hour, whatever. And then I don't end up doing it that day. So I know I fail there. And then I got to get back on top of the food. Some days I'm just like, F it. Like I want that yummy thing or whatever. And I do that. But since this last, like those 2 weeks of just absolute binge, absolute crazy eating, that has not been what it's like for me now. Well, I guess now is just a couple days in because it's just this week so far where, like I said, I made the soup. I'm eating things I'm making at home, making good food and doing well. But it's only a few days in. But I figure, you know what? A week in the books, a few days in the books is a good thing because that motivates me to keep on it and keep making more adjustments. But, you know, I would also be curious if you're a really heavy person, like if you were over like 300 or even 400 pounds or more, and you had a lot of success in losing weight that wasn't surgery, because that's not something I'm doing or have done. But if you're someone that has used like medication or experienced any of the similar medical conditions I have, and you were able to lose a bunch of weight, please let me know how you did that. I'm interested in the struggle and the trial. Like, what did you have to overcome? What did you learn in that process? This is kind of my first just talking to you guys video of where I've been, what's on my mind, where I want to go. I'm very frustrated with losing the 30 pounds a year. I'd really like to, at least double that. Like if I could lose 60 pounds in a year, I think I'd be more happy with that. Just because I want to lose like, I don't know, maybe another 150 pounds, somewhere around there. So, if I could get that done in 2 to 3 years, that would be great. I really don't want it to be something that takes me like 6 or so years, which it could, but I just feel like I want my own body back. I want to be healthier. I want to feel like I can do things. And on top of that, like I want the depression to alleviate. I want my blood sugar to be okay. There's things about my own health, my medical conditions I want better, that I understand the weight plays a part in that. So I just want to be overall in a better place. So this is my update, I guess. I'm kind of floundering at the moment. I was floundering. Now I'm getting back on top of it. I'm happy of the 60 pounds I've lost, but I want to lose more. And I want my blood sugar to be in control. And I want the depression to not be so bad. And, that's kind of the next scary thing is like doing trauma therapy and for the PTSD. Like I know I'm not fully ready for that, but I eventually I need to get a therapist. Well, I had one, but then I think he retired. So now I need to find a new one and at least start up in therapy again and then be able to do trauma counseling eventually. But it sounds so hard. I was reading stuff online and talked to other people and it sounds so hard to do. But I think that would help me too to feel like I'm having like a better quality of life. I feel so vulnerable in this video, guys. Okay. All right. Well, please comment down below. I don't know. I've made so many calls in this video. I don't even know what to say, but if you have any tips or advice for me in kindness, please share them. I just ask that you don't be mean. I understand I'm an overweight person that needs to lose the weight. And I know a lot of people are going to say, just cut your calories or just move more. And like, if you want to say that, that's fine. But I ask that you just don't be mean, please. I don't know if I can really handle that. But, yeah. But once I kind of want to do this consistently where I'm updating on here of how things are going. So I think I'll do something once a month and then I can update with weight and update with measurements and update with if I've changed my workout routine or my eating, like all the things that I've changed or how I feel about the progress, and just update you guys monthly on that. I think it'll be a much shorter video than this one. But this one, I'm just kind of just talking a lot to you guys, to be real. And I don't plan on doing like any edits or cuts out of this. So if you've made it to the end, I appreciate it very much. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your likes, your subscribing, the comments. I appreciate all of that. Thank you. All right, that's it. Have a good one. Bye.